Hey everyone, welcome to Black Girl Magic Minute. My name is Taylor Cassidy and I'm your host. Now, you may be wondering, what is Black Girl Magic Minute? Like, what is that? I created this literally in a minute on my TikTok channel. It was a show centered around uplifting Black creators, and more specifically Black girls who were creating magic. And what we're doing now is making a longer form so you can have more magic for your minute. On this series, we're going to be talking about TikTok. We're going to be talking about social media. We're going to be talking about what food the guests ate this morning. We're going to be talking about everything and anything that is creating magic. Let's meet our first guest. Today, we are interviewing someone who is from the TikTok game. You might have seen her making you laugh your ass off on your FYP. You may know her as Auntie Talks, you may know her as Miss 𝔂𝓸𝓾'𝓮, or you may know her as simply Ava. Yes, we have Ava on the line. Let's get to talking to her. How are you doing, Ava? Tell me about yourself.
I'm doing swell. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. It is so great to have you. Tell me how you started. You know, what are you about?
All right. Well, with how I started on TikTok, it was honestly just like kind of like a running joke with people who know me. They're always like, oh, Ava always makes little videos. You know, I had a little spam page on Instagram with just like friends, and I'll just post little videos on there. And people were like, oh, Ava, like one day I can see you gonna be famous. You gonna blow up somehow. And I'm like, yeah. TikTok came out. It was kind of like uncool to have it, and so I just got it. I was like making little videos. Not that many people knew. Only like 2 or 3 people I told. I was like, I got a TikTok account. I started growing a little bit. Some people will come up to me and be like, oh, I saw you on my For You page. I didn't know you had a TikTok. Oh, Ava, you got a TikTok. What's your TikTok? And I was getting a little nervous, but time goes on and I'm just growing, and here I am now.
Why do DoorDash delivery people be knocking so hard, like they trying to break in and put the food on your table themselves?
Where did the name 𝔂𝓸𝓾'𝓮 come from? Thick with 3 C's.
Now, let me tell y'all a little story. It was a YouTube channel. Like, I used to make little YouTube channel names for me and my friends. I'd be like, oh, okay, you are, you're None Baddie, you're this, you're that. And so for me, I was like, oh, I'm 𝔂𝓸𝓾'𝓮 with 3 C's 75. But now it don't exist no more. Every video was privated.
I'm thick with 3 C's, not 2.
Exactly.
3 C's.
You gotta specify the 3.
I want to know, what do you think is the video that really made you feel like, oh, this is for real? Like, what was the video that just took off everything for you?
I think like the first video that I had to like reach 1 million likes was the one where I was like, doing math, and then like, I was like, oh, what the hell we gonna do now?
What the hell we gonna do now?
There was some sounds to my, the flavor is immaculate. And then like, oh, this is something new, this is something different. Oh, ain't nobody doing it like this.
Wow. This is incredible. The flavor is immaculate. Never tasted anything like this before. The way it just melts in your mouth is really exquisite.
It's the yellow do-rag for me.
It's the bandana for me.
Not the Superman shirt.
Not the glasses.
Not the acrylic nails.
Not the blindness.
Now this is something different. Ain't nobody do this no more. Ain't nobody dressing like this. This is 100% cold. This is a fresh fit. Yeah, I like it.
It's so crazy. You have so many like popular sounds that have just been all over TikTok. That's hard to do.
Yeah, and some people like at school, they're like, I didn't know that was you. And I'm like, yeah.
It's funny because the one that you were just talking about where you were doing math, that's the first sound that I ever used on my first TikTok.
We're connected. I knew it.
Exactly.
Somehow.
Same wavelength.
The universe.
Exactly. I know that you don't do them as much now, but there was something that you were known for, Auntie Talks.
Oh yeah. Auntie Talks.
Tell me about that. Tell me about how that came about.
Well, I'm Ghanaian, so you have like based like things that you don't even have to be Ghanaian, just like African people go through and stuff like that. I kind of got inspiration from like my aunts and even my mom herself. So yeah, I just kind of like imitated that, do a little spin on it, put on my African accents every now and then.
Hello, welcome back to Auntie Talks. Today's topic
is drug because I can't fully comprehend why you guys be smoking jewel and eating cigarettes. Because the only drug you should be taking is the drug of knowledge, but you refuse to inhale that one. You see, knowledge will get you through life. So get off this clock talk, watch my face, and go read a book.
Even though it was like, it's from your culture and growing up, I could see so many things even in my family. Speaking of culture, I know that a lot of the inspiration in your videos you take is from your culture. How do you think that it's important that you take inspiration from that and make it so endearing and so light?
You know, just have that type of connection with other people who also are, you know, similar like situations you go through being, you know, you're at home, and so the culture around you is not really American. It's, you know, your mom, dad, you know, country's culture. So yeah, let people know that, hey, everybody goes through this. You're not alone. This is not like, you know, a strange thing. Like everybody, it happens to everybody.
Before I got on TikTok, I had never been exposed to African cultures. And even though I'm African American, you know, I went to predominantly white schools, churches, all that. But whenever I got on TikTok, I saw for the first time this surge of people. I was like, wow, the media really doesn't give props to these people. It's crazy. Yeah. And just to see this surge of people just representing their culture in such a humorous, endearing, and loving way, it's amazing. I love seeing it. I love it. You're dancing. Let's talk about it. Okay, first of all, you don't have Megan knees. Megan has Ava knees.
I got Ava ankles.
Ava ankles. I try to do the dance moves and I'm like, my thighs ain't built for this. This is like years of muscle.
It's not for the weak. Okay.
Whenever you search up Ava on TikTok, like whenever you search up like Ava on TikTok, there's something you're gonna find. You're gonna find like 5 different accounts.
Oh, not the account.
Tell me about that. Why do you have 14,000 different accounts?
Originally, I just had, you know, 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓮𝓮, and I made this, like, you know, separate account, 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓮𝓮. I know the names are very creative. Nobody even knew it existed. And the reason why someone found it was because I was talking to 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓮𝓪𝓾𝓽. Yeah. And I said, I mentioned, I was like, oh, the Marshall Lee Adventure Time rap. And when he typed it in, it was on my spam account.
And he found it?
I captioned it. I was like, nah, look, I know the Marshall Lee Adventure Time rap, and that was like the caption. He saw it and then he duetted it, and then everybody started coming to the account, and I was like, oh. And so I was like, okay, let me just make another one. And then, you know, people were like, I found you, and I was like, oh, really? You thought you could find this one? Let me make another one and see if you can find it. No, I found it. I'm like, okay, let me try again.
Is there any notable like stories, horror stories you've had since social media has taken off?
This was junior year. Junior year was so hard for no reason. But basically, like, I was coming back from my research class. Thankfully, I got out of it this year. I finessed the system. But that research class stressed me out so much. And so I was in the bathroom crying.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, you know, I was done wiping my tears, blowing my nose. And then I was about to, like, throw the tissue paper away. And then some girl come out the side. She's like, oh my gosh, are you kidding? I was like, oh yeah. She's like, oh my goodness, I love your video. And I was like, literally, like, you know, I was fresh. I just got done crying, and then I had to be like, oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It was very. I was kind of like, it was like, not now.
I can't imagine like going in the bathroom crying, then coming out having like somebody recognize you, like, yeah, that's me right there. I would have been. It was whenever I started blowing up on TikTok, and I was like in my history class, and I like spoke up a lot in my history class because sometimes the students be saying, I mean, you know me. I was gonna say, you're right. All of a sudden, these people that were saying these sketchy things,
and then you took off the class,
would be coming up to me like, oh, you're blowing up on TikTok? Oh, you're going to LA? Are you doing this and that? I'll be like, on your live streams, there's something you do. You do a little freestyle sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Would you mind doing a little freestyle for us, Ava?
I could definitely try, and this is always off the dome.
My run rule is that you have to include the words Black Girl Magic.
Black Girl Magic. Okay, I got this. Okay, so my rap name Ava Flavor, you already know that. Ava Flavor. I'm the flavor saver. If you fight me, your girl, you gotta save her. Black girl magic, that is tragic. Some of y'all, you don't even have it.
Yeah.
That's all I got right now.
Thank you so much. That was so good.
Thank you for having me. This was very fun. I'm very grateful, thankful.
This was so much fun. I love talking to you.
I'll say shout out to all of my supporters. I want to thank y'all so much because honestly, it's just crazy and wild to think about how many people for real, like, you know, tolerate and like. My advice to you guys is tough times never last. Only tough people last.
Thank you so much for watching Black Girl Magic Minute. Thank you so much, Ava, for being on the show. You can find all of her socials here. You can follow me on Instagram or TikTok at 𝓫𝓾𝓻𝓮 and on Twitter at 𝓫𝓾𝓻𝓮. Subscribe to this channel to get more Black Girl Magic and a little peek into my own life. And before we close out, Ava has something very special to remind you.
Keep rising, y'all.